I guess while we're on the beginning topic, I'm curious about how you got into BMX. Like, how was it introduced to you from your brother, maybe?
Yeah, so I actually, well, this dog, I'm in Denver right now, and this dog's going crazy. What's up, Marley? So yeah, I actually started out rollerblading. Some neighbors across the street, they rollerbladed. So my brother and I got rollerblades one year, I think for Christmas or something like that. And we both started rollerblading and went to the skate park for like a year or two or something like that. And then my brother ended up like quitting rollerblading and got a BMX bike. And he was like, "Oh, this is way doper." And I kept rollerblading for like maybe like 6 months, and then I was like, I gotta follow my brother, dude. I gotta get a BMX bike.
Did
So then
you
I got like,
give me the name of it, dude? I just watched a couple of like pro rollerblading videos the other day, and it's nuts. It's kind of like weird because it looks like you're just jumping onto things, but like I can kind of imagine how difficult some of the like precise grinds are, and doing like 540s out of a 20 stair rail is unreal. I got
yeah.
respect for rollerblading. It's kind of wild. Were you able to like grind handrails and shit when you did it, or just
I never
cruising?
did street actually, but I like, dude, I remember I like dropped in fakie on vert ramps and shit on
Woo!
rollerblades. I remember I did like McTwist, I think. So it's like
Nice.
yeah, kind of like a flip 180 thing. Yeah,
That
just
is
like
wild.
bunch of different grinds and stuff. And yeah, I was super into it, man. I loved it. And
That's
then
badass.
once I found the bike, I was like, dude, this is so much sicker.
Yeah.
Like the bike, you can actually like get around town and
For
kind of,
real, that's a huge plus to it. Like skating
yeah,
around town sucks, rollerblading around town sucks, but a bike is a decent form of transportation. It's our first taste of like, oh, I'm only 15, but I can pedal a couple miles away from my house and it feels like this crazy adventure, you know?
exactly. Yeah. So I started riding when I was 9. Uh,
Wow.
and I had a little 16-inch bike, and exactly what you said, dude. I mean, we built like little like wood kickers in the front yard, just like a couple like 4x4s, and have like a piece of plywood and just rip it into the grass. And
Sick.
then my dad and I and my brother, we started like building like doper ramps. Like we built like a proper like little like 2 or 3 foot tall little box jump thing.
Nice.
And we ripped that thing for a while, and then that turned into like a little like 3 foot tall, like 8 foot wide quarter pipe in the front yard.
Hell
And
yeah.
that was super sick. And then I actually built a little like 2 foot tall like mini ramp set up in the basement. Like super sketchy, but like it was like a 2 foot, almost went to like vert nearly. And then
Nice.
I had like a little vert wall. I think the video still exists on YouTube of me riding that
What do I search for to find that? Reed Stark in the basement?
yeah, what is it, man? Yeah, I think it literally is Reed Stark in the basement.
It's interesting to think about because like the when you're that young, your brain is so impressionable. So your first experiences riding a bike and just catching air is like teaching your body how to handle being in the air. Because that's one thing I noticed about you is you're so like you're dialed at pretty much you're all around BMX rider, like rails and ledges and shit. But like it's almost surprising how good you are at riding transition and doing gaps and all that stuff and being comfortable in the air. And I think that comes from like being young and not, for me, dude, when I was, first getting into bikes, I tried to hit some jumps and I felt so uncomfortable. I ate shit one time and I was just like, that's not for me. And I stopped trying. But that feeling of weightlessness has got to feel amazing. And that's a whole different. I was just talking to Corey Walsh last week and I was like, dude, I wish that I could like spend one day being able to ride transition the way you guys do. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a crazy feeling, man. Yeah, I mean, dude, dirt jumps and ramps and stuff, like I don't know, street is so sick for like the creativity of it, and just like it's more of like an art form to me. Whereas
Yeah.
like park and dirt jumps, it's just so fun to ride on a BMX bike. Like the feeling you get when you are actually ripping and land like perfectly smooth into something, like
Yep.
nothing like it.
Like watching they just did I saw Chris Doyle was at some Mosh Posh something Mosh at the Posh, I think was the name of the dirt jump crew jam that happened, and just seeing him like super click 360 invert on a it's just like I can't even imagine how good it feels to make it through a set of trails. Like it's that's gotta be amazing.
Dude, yeah, it's
So
sick. Here, hold on. I gotta put this dog in the other room, dude. He's being
show
crazy.
us show us the dog.
Marley, come
Mm.
meet the gang.
Oh,
Marley.
oh, hey, Marley. What's up? That looks like my parents' dog. Is it a little shit poo?
I
Shih
don't
Tzu
know what it
poodle.
is. My buddy Hugs,
Get out of here, Marley. Reached the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip. If you want to support me and the podcast, just subscribe and share the show with your friends. The full episode is in the description, so if you haven't, go check that out. It's also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you listen to podcasts. And the goal is just to grow. So if you could share the show with your BMX homies, that'd be dope. If anybody that you know that is a BMX nerd and would enjoy this podcast, do me that favor, and we'll keep all these clips coming and one episode every week. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.